弟全款买一套房子，你跟我说了吗？你有考虑过我们这个小家吗？
我怎么没考虑呀？
你考虑了，40万眼睛不眨，和我说都不说，就给你弟弟了。
The wife helped her younger brother without any limits, secretly buying him a car and a house. The husband, when his mother was hospitalized for surgery and needed money, discovered that the 400,000 yuan he had painstakingly saved had disappeared. After learning the truth, the husband angrily scolded his wife's whole family as ungrateful wolves. The handsome and elegant man before us is today's petitioner, Ji Hao. Opposite him, the good-looking woman is Ji Hao's wife, Lon Lon. According to Ji Hao, the two had been married for 3 years and their relationship had always been good. However, recently Ji Hao has been extremely dissatisfied with his wife. He confessed that he had been exhausted both physically and mentally by his wife and her mother's family, to the point where he wanted to file for divorce. So, what made Ji Hao suddenly have such an extreme thought toward his wife?
我妈妈的肚子里面可能长了一个瘤，已经送去检测了，然后手术费大概是需要个10几万。然后当时我爸爸就跟我说我这边现在没有钱，然后能不能我先给他。然后当时一听我就着急了，我就赶紧回家，我找兰兰，我说兰兰，我说咱们卡里的钱你现在立刻马上给我爸爸拿过去20万。然后他支支吾吾说不出个一二。然后我拿着银行卡，我自己去银行查账，我才发现里面1毛钱都没有了，你知道吗？
It turned out that not long ago, Ji Hao's mother had fallen ill and been hospitalized. The surgery fee required more than 100,000 yuan. So he rushed home in a panic to ask Lon Lon to withdraw the money. However, Lon Lon stammered and did not dare to speak. In his anxiety, Ji Hao took the bank card to check by himself, and discovered that all the money in the account had disappeared. Ji Hao nearly fainted on the spot. You know, this card had the 400,000 yuan he had saved up over 3 years. Helplessly, he scraped together and borrowed 80,000 yuan for his mother's surgery. So where did the 400,000 yuan that Ji Hao had worked so hard to save go?
在账里没有钱。
你看，
没有钱，
你看，
对，就是
都理财了，都投资了。
算是投资吧。就是因为我弟嘛，20了马上，然后大学一毕业，我妈是想着给他买个房让他结婚呢。然后我妈就跟我说，让我出个房子的首付，给我弟买房子用钱。
交代了，
这就是你的投资。
你弟买房的时候你告诉过我吗？
According to Lon Lon, she used all the money for investment. She said it was investment, but in fact it was to buy a house for her younger brother. The younger brother was about to graduate from university, and as his older sister, Lanlan's mother asked her daughter to pay for the down payment of her son's house. Lon Lon obeyed her mother's order and paid the house payment for her younger brother. However, all this was done behind Ji Hao's back. If it weren't for his mother's urgent need for money due to hospitalization, Ji Hao might not have known for a long time. 400,000 yuan is indeed no small amount for an ordinary family. Originally, this was money saved by the couple for their child's future. Out of trust, Ji Hao had given all the money to Lon Lon for safekeeping. Yet she silently gave it all to her brother, which made Ji Hao extremely angry. When talking about buying the house, Ji Hao also mentioned another thing that made him dissatisfied.
他弟弟一辆车，你问他，
还有弟弟，
你问他，
一辆车，
你问他，
我弟弟的车是用我的彩礼买的，这彩礼已经给我们家，想怎么花是由我决定，是由我支配的。
It turned out that before Lon Lon paid for the down payment of her younger brother's house, she had already bought him a car. And this car was paid for with the betrothal gift that Ji Hao had given to Lon Lon. In Chinese traditional custom, the betrothal gift is the man's respect and gratitude toward the woman's family, and the woman will also respond with dowry. But Lon Lon said the betrothal gift belonged to her family, and she had the right to control it. This made Ji Hao feel displeased, because this had already far exceeded the range of help an older sister should give. The host questioned why the younger brother needed a car when he was still in university.
因为我妈她要提前为我弟做准备，我们家里边县城的结婚早，你说现在你个男孩，你没车没房，谁嫁给你啊？
那是不是你弟弟？
你怎么找女朋友？
那是不是你弟弟以后房子买了？是不是你弟弟房子买了，装修也要我们出呀？你弟弟是不是生孩子钱是不是也要我们出呀？
有说让你出吗？有说让我们出吗？
这还用说吗？
Lanlan's answer was that in her hometown county, most people marry early, and her mother wanted to plan early for her younger brother. If a boy had no house or car, no one would marry him. Obviously, Lanlan's answer did not make Zhihao feel any better. If buying a house and car both required the older sister's subsidy, then wouldn't all future expenses also have to be borne by them? Lanlan was indeed a good sister, but she had never considered Zhihao's feelings, nor had she thought about their own little family. No wonder Zhihao was angry.
每次一见面就是你弟弟需要这个，家里需要那个啊，我岳父啊身体怎么样怎么样不好，然后需要买什么什么什么，就是明里的暗里的就和他女儿说，让他女儿要钱，让他女儿给我说，
就是很明显在找你要钱。
是的。
According to Zhihao, every time he accompanied his wife back home, his mother-in-law always looked indifferent to him, and would intentionally or unintentionally tell Lanlan that the family lacked this or that, hinting that Lanlan should buy items like a massage chair. And all these expenses, without exception, were paid by Zhihao. Zhihao said that if this continued, he would eventually collapse, so he had thoughts of divorce.
这些小事嘛，有什么过不下去啊？
小事，哪件事情是小事？今年我妈住院也是小事吗？我卡里的40万给你弟买房也是小事吗？有一件事你是和我商量的吗？
Lanlan, however, indifferently said, "Aren't these all just small matters? It shouldn't go as far as divorce, right?" Zhihao retorted, "Is it a small matter that his own mother was hospitalized, or is it a small matter that 400,000 yuan from his card was quietly used to buy a house for her younger brother?" The wife never respected him. There wasn't a single thing she had ever discussed with him. Seeing the tense atmosphere, the host shifted the topic, asking the wife when she started supplementing her natal family this way.
和我们结婚刚开始还好好的，2、3个月以后吧，他就一门心思在他娘家身上，有什么好的就想到娘家，隔三差五的往家里拿东西。
那我们现在生活条件好了，我爸妈辛苦半辈子，我不该给他们买点东西吗？
该呀！
我们这种小
你孝顺
心里
我理解，好吧？你孝顺我理解，完你这样很好，但是你孝顺归孝顺，总要有个度吧。
Zhihao said that at the beginning of their marriage, his wife behaved normally, occasionally bringing some fresh fruits and vegetables to her parents. In his view, this was an expression of filial piety, and he didn't see anything wrong with it. But as time went by, his wife's subsidies to her natal family became more and more excessive. She not only wanted to honor her parents, but also had to help her younger brother. From small things like gaming skins and equipment, to big items like mobile phones and computers, as long as her younger brother asked, she would agree. From the start of spending 1,000 to 2,000 yuan a month on her natal family, later it became several thousand yuan a month, and slowly rose to 10,000 or 20,000 yuan. Even if he earned more, he could not withstand such spending by his wife. When the host asked Lanlan why she spent so much money, Lanlan replied that since their financial condition had improved, she often bought American health supplements for her parents, which naturally cost more, but to her, this was just small money.
美国的保健品不就是挺贵的吗？而且我们现在经济有能力了，我为什么不能给我妈更好的生活？
那是你挣的钱吗？那是你挣的钱吗？
那是你挣的钱吗？
那不是我挣的钱吗？你一个挣多少钱？
那不是我们俩共同挣的钱吗？因为花的都是一些小钱，对于我来说，我觉得
对于你来说是小钱。你知道那些钱你老公我需要挣多久吗？你知道我天天在外面在干什么吗？
Zhihao was extremely angry at Lanlan's words. He scolded his wife, asking if she knew how much suffering he endured outside to earn that money. From his wife's actions, it wasn't hard to see that she was always protecting her natal family's interests, and had never thought of their own little family. No wonder the husband felt resentful.
因为我觉得我现在我老婆也不爱我，我觉得我更像是他们。
我怎么不爱你？
我觉得我更像是你们家的一个
你妈生病的时候，我是不是24小时陪护在那儿？
那不是应该做的吗？这是正常应该做的事情。我现在觉得我就是你们家的一个提款机，什么都是我来。
你怎么能说是提款机呢？
你弟弟以后的学费、结婚的钱，可能以后出孩子钱还得我出，这都是以后的事情。但我现在给我的感觉就是，这3年来给我的感觉就是，我就是一个提款机，一直在出钱，一直在出钱，可是出了什么钱我都不知道。
In his view, his wife only treated him as an ATM, not as a partner. Even an ATM has clear accounts, but as a husband he didn't even know where the money his wife spent had gone. This reminded Zhihao of when the two families discussed marriage 3 years ago.
3年多以前在结婚的时候怎么了？
当时我们准备谈婚事的时候，去他们家，当时他妈妈就说你要准备一套房子，1辆车，和18万的彩礼。
3件套。
但当时给我的那个感觉的意思就是，这18万的彩礼我是不会给你们带回去的。这18万的彩礼，我就是准备给我儿子以后结婚也好，买房也好，买车也好，给他用的。
你要觉得
那意思不就很明显了吗？
哦，你直接娶郑重，我娶我们
意思不就很明显了吗？意思就是我女儿给你了，我还有个儿子，那我就是用女儿换我儿子的婚姻和前程。
Although at that time the mother-in-law did not clearly say how the betrothal gift would be used, in Jihao's view, that betrothal gift was the mother-in-law using her daughter's marriage to exchange for her son's future. It was obvious that by this time, Jihao was heartbroken. He confessed that if this continued, their little family would sooner or later be dragged down by his wife's family.
这3年来买了多少东西，送了多少东西了？如果再这样下去，咱们这个小家迟早要被你们家给拖垮，包括你那个弟弟。
不是你
都多大了
啊？
你都多大了？20了，小豪。
我20怎么了？
不是，别吵。
这么多年你买的、用的，你的 A7、你的手机哪样不是我买的？小豪，
我觉得就没有必要了。你来这儿干什么？受气的吗？咱俩来。姐，咱离了。我觉得没必要跟这种人在一块儿。
At this moment, the younger brother in the audience could no longer listen. He rushed onto the stage and angrily scolded his brother-in-law for not treating his sister well, saying his sister had suffered too much grievance, and even declared that his sister should divorce him. The arrogant attitude of this little brother made me laugh. Didn't he ever think about where his phone, computer, and gaming equipment all came from? Not only was he ungrateful, but he even encouraged his sister to divorce her husband. In the end, Jihao could no longer endure such a life, and decided on the spot to file for divorce. Hearing this, Lon Lon completely broke down, crying uncontrollably on the spot.
To be honest, this matter is truly lamentable. Jihao worked hard for 3 years, saving 400,000 yuan, originally meant for his parents' medical expenses and for the future of his little family. But in the end, it was all secretly used by his wife to subsidize her younger brother's house and car. As for Lon Lon, as an older sister, it's understandable to help her natal family. But helping to this extent, she completely ignored her husband's feelings and placed their own little family in danger. As for the mother-in-law and younger brother, they were even more insatiable, treating Jihao like an ATM, without ever thinking about his hardships. Marriage should be a small family built and managed together by 2 people, not one-sided giving, and certainly not endless draining. The question is, how long can such a marriage last? So Jihao choosing divorce was also a kind of release for himself. What do you think, viewers? If it were you, would you choose to forgive the wife, or like Jihao, decisively divorce? Share your thoughts in the comments. I really want to see what everyone will choose. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.